end on the previous video that I talked about breathing with a basal or lateral breathing. And for that I'm going to use an elastic band. So these arrows here, they represent the directions where I want my rib cage to go. Alright? So when I breathe, I will expand my rib cage to the sides. Alright? So it will go like this. Make sure that you're not going up, and make sure that you're not opening. Alright? We are going to do close. It's simply to the sides. Imagine, and I will represent now with my hands. I won't move my hands, but they will be moved as a reaction of the expansion of my rib cage to the sides. But imagine that you have a balloon here in this part of your body and you inflate the balloon to the sides. Alright? It goes like this. If you see on the side. Alright? So this is an exercise that you can practice by yourself. So you will inhale in 2 seconds and exhale again in 2 seconds. And you repeat this a couple of times, alright? Until you achieve the control of your lateral breathing. Now, there was a question regarding which breathing do I use during my dance. So, most of the time I use the lateral breathing, which is also the breathing that I use daily. But there are moments that I might use the chest breathing or the abdominal breathing. And I will give you 3 examples for each. For example, when I do a parada, a simple parada, from here and I will meet the foot of my leader, if it's in the beat or slow motion, for example, I will use my lateral breathing. So I initiate the movement by breathing to the sides, and when I close, I will exhale again to this position. Alright? One more time, and you can do with me. Inhale, open the rib cage, and exhale, close the rib cage. Alright? And I also use this most of the time in my dance, also when I'm walking. Now, coming to the chest or the apical breathing, I will use, for example, to emphasize something on my embrace. So imagine that we are dancing a pugliese and I want to embellish my embrace. So for example, I'm closing in the close embrace and I want to emphasize something here, so I can go and exhale. For example, also in the parada, inhale and close. You see that here I used way more my upper chest. Now the third, which is the abdominal. First I want to tell you that when we activate our core for our dance, we are not going to squeeze our abdomen, alright? So what we do by activating our core is simply by stretching. And when you stretch, you create this activation without tension, alright?
When I'm stretching my core, what I'm actually doing is stretching my psoas muscle. And this muscle is the deepest and most important core muscle.
Relax. If I use the elastic band to represent my core, this is what's going to happen. Here, I'm in my normal position, and when I want to activate, I will simply stretch a bit. Again, it's not out, it's up. Okay? Now, when I want to do really fast steps, or when I want my hips to move really, really fast, then I will contract my abdomen. For example, if we do this, so we are working the forward ochos, and now I want to be fast in this moment, alright? There. Here I'm going to use my abdominal breathing, alright? So I'll go. Right? So I have to be activating this part. Again, using the example of the parada, when I go for the parada, I'm inhaling, but when I exhale, I'm going to contract these muscles because I want to be fast with my hips. And alright? So these are some of the ideas. I will come up with other ideas and share with me some of your ideas. Where would you use these 3 types of breathings? Alright? See you soon. Hey, do!